Mr. Uzor, who is in his early 50s, is known as a businessman in electronics in his village. Mr. Uzor almost every year goes to the village to recruit boys as apprentices to learn in his trade. Mr. Uzor go to his village, get young boys, bring them to the city. He trained them, they'll sign contract and agreement like 4, 5, 8 years, depend on the contract you sign. After those numbers of years, Mr. Uzor will settle those boys, open his kind of business for them, and they'll continue life from there. It's generally called the boy boy kind of business. The Igbos are fond with this kind of business. Mr. Uzo this particular year went to the village as usual to get some boys he needed. There's this old woman who came to Mr. Uzo to plead with Mr. Uzo that he has a 21-year-old son, that the son has been in the village after secondary school, the son has not been doing anything, that he would like the son to join Mr. Uzo to do his kind of business, just as every other guy who has been going for apprenticeship with Mr. Uzo. Mr. Uzo accepted and took Uche to the city with him. Uche getting to the city was okay with the what Mr. Uzo was doing and he was growing. First year passed, Mr. Uzo brought Uche back to the village to see his mom since he left the mom for 1 year now without seeing her, even though they were communicating. Mr. Uzo took Uche to the village just to be with his mother. Getting to the village, Uche told his mother how the business in the city was going, how the electronic shop was and all that. The mother was happy to hear that Mr. Uzo is really taking caring of his son, Uche. After the Christmas celebration was over, Uche with other new guys that Mr. Uzo recruited returned back to the city. He was still communicating with the mother the first 3 months he left the village. After some time, communication started to reduce between Uche and his mom. The mother became so worried that why is Uche no longer calling me the way he used to call me? I hope all is still well and he has not offended Mr. Uzo. Because the penalty of doing anything is that he will lose his years of service without getting anything. If Mr. Uche breached the contract they signed, he will return back to the village without getting anything. So Mama was worried that hope his son has not done anything bad since communication was no longer okay between the both of them. She still kept her guy thinking, okay, maybe the work is tedious and that is what it should be. Time goes by, 6 months pass, 7 months, 8 months. Uche was no longer calling Mama. There was no communication at all. Mama became so worried. Went to Mr. Uzo's family house to let them know that she has not been hearing from the son. If they can help her contact Mr. Uzo, that she would like to speak with the son. The family now told Mama that she should not worry, that she should return to her house, that they will let Mr. Uzo know that Mama wants to speak to her son, Uche. Mama was fine with that. She went back home. After a while, Mama did not hear from them. Mama now came back again. And at this time, it was so disturbing that Mama was no longer at peace. Mama kept disturbing. And the family was this time no longer giving Mama the attention she deserved. Mama now went back, trying to reach out to other people. Like, this is what is happening now. Have you been hearing from your own son? My son that I released to Mr. Wizo, I've not been hearing from him. And I'm quite worried because it's quite unusual. Normally, Uche calls home to greet Mama, talk to Mama, and they really communicate. This time around, Uche was not calling and Mama was worried. So finally, Mama made up her mind that since Uche was not coming home and Uche was not talking to her, that she will go to the city to go and look for her son, no matter what it's going to cost her. Mama head for the city. Reaching the city, since it was Mama's first time in the city, she didn't know her way around. She started asking questions from one business area where she know they said big electronics, asked people. They finally took her. She finally traced Mr. Uzo's shop, business place. She went to Mr. Uche's business place. When Mama got there, to her greatest surprise, she was expecting to see a very large space of electronic because Mr. Uzo has always been coming to the village to recruit boys. When Mama got there, she was not too pleased with what she saw, but she still kept her stay. She now requested to see her son by the sales girl who was in charge. The sales girl now told Mama that there is no guy by that name you just called. And she was wondering, are you sure I am in the right place? She now brought pictures of her son out. Still, the lady said she cannot recognize that person as one of their staff. She kept quiet. She was wondering, what do I do? Okay, can you talk to your guy and let him know that so person is here, that Mama Uche wants to see him. He spoke to the man and the man was like, okay, just don't mind her, let her be. I'm busy somewhere now. When I have the time, I'll come and see. Mama sat down there. It was evening already and the electronic shop was about to close for the day. Mama became stranded. What do I do? Mama now approached a man who was into electronics just like Mr. Uzo. Mama went to the man's shop and started explaining to the man, my son, come. I came to see your neighbor who is in next shop, who sells electronics just like you. He came to the village last 2 years to pick my son to become an apprentice for him. The first year I've been fine with him, I've been hearing from my son. But since the beginning of this year, this is the seventh month now, I've not heard from my son. I want to know what is the problem. The sales guy say they don't know my son. See this picture with you. Please, do you know this guy? Because this is supposed to be the place he is working. The man collected, the good Samaritan, collected the pictures, stared at him, and he said, no, I've not seen this guy here before. And Mama was shocked. Are you sure this is Mr. Uzor from so? The man said, yes, this is Mr. Uzor shop. That is when it's now dawned on Mama that something was fishy. Mama kept asking questions. What do I do? Okay, now I'm not saying my son. At least I should be able to know one or two person, one of the two young guys he has been taken from the village. Mama will ask of this person, they say they don't know him. Ask of another name, they don't know him. At least the few ones that Mama know back in her village, say they don't know. Mama started crying. I was wondering, what is happening? Where is my son? I hope my child is safe. The good Samaritan now asked Mama, Mama, how are you related to Mr. Uzo? Mama explained, is he will come from the same village. I just saw how he has been helping young guys to get to the city and they start making money. That is why I asked him to take my son to the city too, just like every other guy, so he can join them and get a living. The man now shook his head and said, oh, Mama, you have done a really wrong something. Those guys that have been coming to the city, how many of them have you seen them return to their family the way they came? That was when Mama now remembered that yes, she noticed that those guys will go, they hardly come back home. The only thing they do is to send money. They send money to their parents, but they don't come back home. I think her son, Uche, was the only person that went the first year, came back home, and later went for the city. Mama started asking questions and now told Mama that Mama, haven't you heard that Mr. Uzo that you are looking for, you will not see Mr. Uzo now because Mr. Uzo is not available. The shop is just open recently, that the shop has been closed for more than 6 months. That the shop was just opened recently and the ownership of the shop has been changed to another person. That police came and packed Mr. Uzo's things and left. Mama now in surprise, what happened? Mama now learned that Mr. Uzo, those boys he goes to the village to recruit as apprentice, they are not actually apprentice in Mr. Uzo's electronic shop. The electronic shop of Mr. Uzo was just a cover up. The main thing Mr. Uzo does is to bring those boys, he trained them and put them in the streets, put them in the road. They hit the road to rob people. That is what Mr. Uzo is specialized on. That most of them, underground talk have been going on that this is what Mr. Uzo has been doing, but nobody has ever seen evidence of what he has been doing until recently. That 6 months ago, police caught all of them and they traced those boys to Mr. Uzo. That Mr. Uzo right now is in the police custody with some of those boys. That some of those boys they even got shot. Some died in the process, but Mr. Uzo did not reach out to the family to let them know. Mama hearing these things, Mama slummed. The good Samaritan, after telling Mama this, and Mama slummed in the shop, had to take Mama to the hospital. So in this case, you be the judge.